Today is gonna be a story time video, and I am going to be talking about that time that I was in a car accident. And the thing about it is, we're just jumping right into it, by the way. Like, there's no like long intro, but the thing about it is anybody that knows me, like Hubster, can tell you all the time that I am the safest, okay, safest driver in the entire world, probably. Those are facts. 1000%. Like, I am so safe. I don't talk on the phone. I don't text. I don't stare at my phone at all while I'm driving. Never, ever. Like, if I have a GPS on and I have, like Google Maps going on and I have somewhere to be, I just listen to what Siri is saying or what Google's saying. I just listen and then I just do my things. Like, I just turn when they tell me to, and at my destination, when I never look at my phone. I don't look down for a second. I just don't, because I'm so freaked out by car accidents. I'm so freaked out by like just other people on the road, because people cannot drive, like, at all. Like, it's so frustrating being on the road. Sometimes I used to get major anxiety when I was driving on the road, like around when I was like 16 or 17. I used to be such a freak when it came to driving. Like, I would have panic attacks, and it was just not the best experience at all. So I didn't drive for a while, and Hubster, basically forced me to drive and to be calm, and basically taught me how to just pay close attention to everything. And I just listened to that. And so even though still I get a little bit of anxiety when I'm on the road, it's not as bad as it used to be. Like, it used to be so crippling to even think about getting in the passenger side of a car, like, let alone driving. I used to freak out so much. But this accident happened, I'm not even joking, you guys. I'm not even joking. It happened on my last day of work. This was last year, and I had, officially put in my 2-week notice 2 weeks prior, and I was leaving because I just wanted to focus on what I wanted to do and do things that I wanted to do with my life. And just where I was working at was not fulfilling at all. It wasn't a happy place. It didn't, all of that stuff, reasons why people leave their jobs. And I'm ready to just do me. I'm tired of being afraid of this, that, and the third, and telling myself, oh, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or this. And I'm like, I started to just say, fuck all of that noise, and just do it. Do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. So I quit my job. So on my last freaking day of work, I woke up in the best mood that one could ever be in. Like, I was just so happy for so many things. Like, so many things. It was going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day today. Nothing is going to get in my way. Nothing at all. It's going to be a fantastic fucking day. So, driving to work, it is about like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm driving to work, and it's usually dead on the weekends in the morning. And I was just working that last day, and it happened to be a weekend. So I was like, okay, no big deal. Let's do it. So I went in on the weekend, and I was driving to work. So I was at my light, okay? At my light. I'm not joking. There was me and one other car on the road, and they were this way. I was here to be turning this way. So they're facing me this way. I'm here. And they're at their light or whatever, and my light goes green. So this car is sitting right here. There's no one over here. There's no one else behind me. There's no one in front of me. I'm here. This car is here, and there's no one anywhere else. There's no one anywhere else. So I go, my light turns green, my turning light. So I go to turn. Not even kidding. Before I could blink, I see this massive truck come out of nowhere and smack the side of my car. And I just remember for the split second, I was done. Like, I literally, for that split second, I was like, I'm dead. That's what's happening. This truck was massive, so huge. And I was just in a Durango. And granted, the Durango wasn't like a small car, but compared to this truck, it looked like a Mini Cooper. And it smacked the fucking side of me, and I just went spinning, 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 spinning. And the truck didn't stop. He kept going. And when I was spinning, the crazy thing is, I saw his face for my last spin. And I'm like looking around, like freaking out. And I remember my heart was just pumping out of my chest. Like I felt like, oh my God. First of all, can we pause for a second? Because my house smells so good right now. I'm making bread. So you guys probably will either see that video today or tomorrow. So whichever comes up first. So we'll see. But I saw his face for a split second, and he looked mortified. Like, he did look terrified. He looked so scared, but he kept going. And I just remember when I stopped, I was sitting there. I could see glass all around me. And I just pulled into the nearest like parking lot because I didn't want to be sitting in the middle of the street. And so I pulled over into words are hard, into the parking lot. And I'm sitting there. And so I'm looking for my phone, and I'm just like, what in the hell just happened? Am I dreaming this? And this guy from the gas station across the street, on the other side of the street where the car was sitting here, the guy that was at the gas station over there comes running over with that car that was sitting here. They came over, parked over next to me, and everyone's just like, oh my God, ma'am, are you okay? Ma'am, are you awake? Are you conscious? And I'm sitting here like, I'm like, yeah, I'm just freaked out. Like, I wasn't crying, I wasn't anything. My whole body just shut completely down. Shut down, out of commission. All the workers up here in my brain were like, dismissed, we're going home for the day. And it was just done. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, what in the actual fuck just happened? There was glass everywhere. So I got out of the car, and the guy that was in this car comes up to me and he goes, I have his license plate number. So he followed the truck to get his license plate number for me, and I couldn't even think about it at that time. Like, I'm so grateful for it, but I couldn't even think about it at that time because I was still trying to figure out what the hell just happened, because I have never been in a car accident before. Ever. Hubster's been in about 3. Crazy thing is, none of them were ever his fault. But anyways, so I've never been in one. I've never been in a car accident with anyone else, by myself, ever. And that just shook me to my core. Shook me to my core. I didn't know what to do. After that, I'm like still looking for my phone. I get out of the car, I find my phone, and my phone is, in the passenger side under some glass. So I pick it up and I shake it off, and I'm shaking, trying to dial Hubster's number, like trying to open up my phone so I can call him. And I'm shaking. So I tell the guy that was standing next to me, the guy from the gas station, and I said, can you call my husband, please? And I gave him my password to my phone, and I was like, his name is Hubster. And so he goes and he looks and he calls him. He tells Anthony, your wife has been in a car accident. And I just hear Anthony say, "Is she alive?" And he said, "Yes, she's alive." And then he clicks, he hangs up the phone and just comes to me, because if you guys don't know this or not, I know if like you have an iPhone, I don't know if you can do this on Android or not, Android or not, but my location is always being shared with him. So he just hung up the phone and knew exactly where to come to get me. So he comes there, and I just remember just running into his arms and he's just like looking at me. He's like, "Okay, like, are you stabbed? Like, are you hurt? Are you anything?" I'm like, "I don't feel anything. Like, I feel nothing. Like, I don't feel anything. I just feel numb. I don't know. I just feel numb." I still hadn't like cried or anything. Nothing seemed to be hurting. And I had a little piece of glass stuck in my thigh, so tiny, barely noticeable. I didn't feel it at all. It wasn't like some big, chunk of glass, but it was a little piece of glass that was in my thigh, and I just didn't notice it. And Anthony, he treats me like fine fucking china. Like, he's literally like, "You have glass in your thigh." And I'm just like, "No, it's fine." And I'm just like, I basically flicked it out of my thigh, like, "Get out." So after that, cops come, do all their thing, get all of that. We get the information of this guy. We give them the information of the guy and everything. And about a week or so later, the guy contacts me and wants to meet up for like lunch or something to talk about what happened and, to talk about insurance and all of this stuff. So I was big pissed. At this time, I was big pissed. Big bitch mad. Okay? I was big bitch mad. Like, I was ready to throw some bows. I was ready to fight, So, and so was Hupster. Hupster was ready to fight too. Like, he was ready to get down with the get down. But I was just ready. Okay? So we go meet up with the guy, and I remember walking in guns blazing. Like, I was hot. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was muy caliente, okay? And we sit down with him, and he goes, "I'm so sorry for everything that happened." And I'm looking at him, and I'm just like, he looks so damn sincere, but nah, hold your ground, hold your motherfucking ground, hold it. Hold it. Because he's not getting away with this one. Not happening. Hold it together. So I'm sitting there, and he's crying. He's breaking down, and I'm holding it together. And Hupster, he's holding it together, still ready to bang. And then he goes, "My wife's water broke, and she's in labor, and she's at the hospital. We're having triplets. And I was gonna miss the birth of our child. So I started rushing home. And when I was driving down the street, I got a phone call from my sister saying that the cord was wrapped around one of my kids' necks. And then I looked up in a flash, and I had hit you. I wanted to stop, but I kept thinking about my wife and my kids. And I wasn't mad anymore. Just like that, I wasn't mad anymore. I just put myself in his situation, and hold that thought, that's my bread. Okay, so where was I? So I put myself in his shoes and thought to myself, if I were in a situation like that, like, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do at all. That's a scary thing. That's a scary process to go through, let alone just having one child and having, the umbilical cord or whatever wrapped around their neck. So I had to put myself in his shoes and realize that I probably would have done the same thing. Like, it was an accident. He accidentally hit someone, and I'm fine. You know, I'm okay. I'm alive. All I had was some bruises, and I had aches and pain for like 2 weeks afterwards, which car accident pain, why does it come so much later? Like, I'm assuming it's the adrenaline, but it just hits you out of nowhere and your whole body feels like it's shutting down on you. But other than that, I had my life. I was fine. I didn't have any concussions. I didn't have to go to the hospital for any major surgery or anything. Like, I didn't lose a leg or anything. Like, I'm fine. Thankfully, I'm fine. So, and his kids are fine. So if anyone is wondering, his kids are fine. All of them are healthy, beautiful babies. He is a good guy, a genuinely good guy, and he was just in a panic, and me and Hupster both were kind of just like, damn, we really wanted to be upset with you, but we understood. We both were just like, oh my God. And the crazy thing is he even went as far as showing us the text message that he got from his sister when it happened and the time. And I was like, you don't have to show me any of that. You don't have to show me any of that. But he felt like he needed to, because he knows that, you know, some people try to lie and scam and do this and the other, which I understood where his thought process was and where he was coming from with that. But he looked so sincere and genuine in his heart and in his eyes that I felt like I didn't need to see any proof of anything. But he still wanted to pay for us to get our car fixed, and we told him no. Like, we said, no, you not only have a child, you have 3 of those. You have 3 kids at once to deal with, and your wife is on leave from work. Like, you got to make that coin, you got to make that money. Like, you got to do what you got to do. Like, no. But that was a scary experience for me, being in my very first car accident. And thankfully enough, it turned out the way that it did. Like, and I wasn't hurt in any severe, major ways. But I am super cautious, even more now, with driving, and I barely drive as much as I was before, but when I have to, I definitely do. I'm working on it. I'm working on being better at driving myself around, and because I have this beautiful car that's just sitting outside that I barely use because I'm terrified all the time now. And you know, it's still not as bad as it was when I was a teenager, but I am more cautious now and terrified of everything, and I'll only drive my car when I absolutely have to, or if I know it's not 5 o'clock traffic or something. That is my car accident story, and I just want everybody out there to be safe. Be safe when you're out there driving, because you may think you're a good driver. You may be actually a good driver, but people on the road are not. Other people are not. So be careful. Pay attention to your surroundings, and just do not be on your phones. Just fucking don't do it. Please, just don't be on your phones. Don't. Just don't do it. And that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. So like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.